Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on your on your knees. 1, 2, 3 is on your knees. It's the Burn Barrel, episode 4, season 3. Got it right that time. I got it right. Is all I'm saying. Behind me, you can't see him. Peek your head over here. There's Derek. Derek's in the background today like a creep. Creeping back there. He's damn on TikTok and showing me memes, or not TikTok, but Facebook, showing me memes. And we were just talking about. He showed me one meme that said, I don't know, but it broke fucking community standards. What was it? What was the meme? Oh man! But the point of what I'm saying about it is, number one, welcome back to the Burn Barrel. Here we are again at the drop zone, dropping in with an impromptu podcast for the week, because I'm gonna post another one probably Friday or Saturday, but then I'm gonna take, or no, Friday, because I got a show Saturday. I may or may not post one Friday. Just listen. Who knows what the fuck I'm gonna do? But I'm doing this one, and talk about a few things tonight while we're chilling. What day is it? It's the 22nd. What day is it? Monday. It's Monday the 22nd. And what did the meme say? Waiting on it to load. If you shake your phone like that, it makes it. You see how you're shaking it? Hold it to your chin. Hey, did you know that if you hold your keys to your car to your chin, it'll unlock your shit from far away? I'll Google that. It really works. Anyways, neither here nor there. The meme was fucked up. And it was like, it was an Epstein meme. It was a Jeff. Wait, I can't say that on here.
My wife to be my Valentine, and she left me hanging.
Yep, that's what it said. I'll put that in the caption whenever I edit the video so they can see what that said. But yeah, it's some bullshit. Listen, because I got popped. You know this. For, what is it? Probably the 426th time. I got popped for a Jeffrey Dahmer meme. And then you can do these, and if you're in a group, and then it's like if you're in a group, that Facebook's like, that's cool. You can say whatever you want, but like if you have a page, you can't. And then the community guidelines get you. And it's fucking bullshit. I'm still mad about it. I'm still upset about it, Derek. Getting fucked up for a whole year, dude. Because I posted a meme. That's some bullshit. Anyways, moving right along. 401 days. I think I got it wrong on the last podcast. Today is day 401. No booze for me. And that that was all. We were just talking about it before we had like a whole podcast before the podcast. Actually, it would have been cool if we had two microphones, and the deal was just sit in the back and banter with me. Anyways, he didn't want to he didn't want to do it, but I feel like if we had two microphones, it'd be pretty good. Huh? He's Googling. He's too busy. He's not even listening. So it's really like your homeboy's in the room, and then you're just like, and he's just there. Huh? Derek?
Am I here though?
But am I here, though? You know what I'm saying? But are you there? Anyways, 401 days off the sauce. Got 399 skydives. I'm trying to get it to where I got like the same amount of days off the sauce as skydives. Because like we were talking about before the podcast here is like, for me, alcohol was not the problem. It was like all the other problems that I have, and then alcohol removes that lobe, that frontal lobe. Science happens or whatever, but alcohol removes the part where it's like decision making or whatever. What's the part? The frontal lobe? Let's look it up, dude. I don't know. Fuck it. We're not gonna look it up. I don't like to do that during the podcast. Let's look it up because I don't really care. I just know that alcohol makes me not give a fuck, And then I'll be like, oh, hey, here's all my problems. And I mean, we'll have a good time. Actually, we'll have a good time. And then when everybody goes like to bed and stops drinking, I'll keep drinking. And then is when I'll make like shit Facebook posts. Yeah, I'll make dog shit Facebook posts, or I'll like text. I try to get it on. This is where Snapchat comes into play, because like you can delete it or it deletes itself. I mean, I get it that there's screenshots or whatever, but like I don't know. Drunk text messages that you can't take back are the worst. You know what I mean? Oh, I've got some of them out there. There's, if ever like one of these disgruntled females from my past comes back and they're like, oh, he called me the C word, CUNT. I'm guilty. I've done it. That's a bad one. That's a bad one. Would you agree, Derek? Yeah, man, you can't do that. And then but I really don't now though, because I wouldn't want nobody to like call my kids that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, words. Yeah, what were we talking about? Words are powerful. We were going to talk about that actually. Jumping subjects about words being like super powerful is what we were talking about a little bit. Like punching somebody in the mouth or, something like that. It's not as powerful as like punching them in the brain, in the mind. Whether it be good or bad or whatever, but it's like you can really like say somebody has a problem with you. It's probably a reason. Either you're a piece of shit or you did something to them, and or they just don't like you. They've chose to express like, hey, I don't like this motherfucker. Well, you as the motherfucker have the opportunity to kind of gas that situation back, or you can get crafty with your words, meaning like you can choose to not engage in that way, and then you can kind of like, because let's see why a person would lash out anyways. They're not in a good like mindset or mind state or whatever. Like at a show, like a comedy show, when somebody's heckling, some people lose their mind. They start freaking out on that person. I'm just always like, I'll talk to them during the show. Like I'll talk to those motherfuckers and be like, "You all right?" It might not be what I say, but I mean, in the gist of things, I basically get to the root of it. And I'm like, "Are you all right?" Like 9 times out of 9, they're like having a bad day, or like a family member passed away, or their wife cheated on them, or whatever. You never know what these fuckers are going through when they choose to talk, but you can go one way with it and get one result, or you can go another way with it and have those people at the end tell you thank you and sit down and shut the fuck up and enjoy the rest of your show type thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that correlates to, but like basically I'm saying like words. So like say, Derek, what's your favorite saying? You know how people have sayings? That's just a compilation of words that people put italics around the front and the end of, and they say this is a saying, a quote. What's your favorite one ever? You don't have one off the top of your head?
Yeah, Albert Einstein. It ain't really popular, but it's like I don't know what weapons will be used in World War III, but in World War IV it'll be sticks and stones.
I never heard that. It said, I don't know what weapons will be used in World War III, but I know in World War IV it'll be sticks and stones. Shit. Damn, I'm kind of high for that one. So you're okay. I'll think about that later. Albert Einstein said that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
People quote shit and they'd be like, this person said it and that person. You know what my favorite one is? Very simple. And you would be like, you're a Neanderthal for this one. If you used,
keep it simple, stupid, or some shit.
no, just send it. Not just send it. You can forget the word just. I'm just saying it's just the quote. Send it. In all different aspects, on all different accounts, whether it's this, you'd think I'm talking about skydiving, and that's one thing, but just send it. I keep saying just. It's not. just the quote "send it" is my favorite quote. Send it. Because that's fucking basically how I see it. You know, even when you're stalling or when you can't get shit moving, I'm like, bro, you better just send that shit. It ain't perfect. It ain't the time. I don't have what I need. Yo, you better just send it. You know what I mean? Now that's not always. Now we know we're not talking about skydiving because you need everything you're supposed to have. You know what I mean when you're skydiving or whatever else. But my favorite quote is "Send it."
The quote that I stated was a letter to Harry S. Truman in The Culture of Einstein by Alex Johnson.
And then, but it's a real quote.
Yeah.
This motherfucker said World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and stones. Damn. Would it be crazy, dude, if we made it through World War III and then like we were like old men in World War IV? Like I'm just saying, like, think about it, dude. Back in the day, think about World War One. I don't know anything. Like I'm not a military historian, so I don't want anybody like quoting me or anything. Be like, oh, this dumb motherfucker. I mean, obviously I was in the army and you were in the army. Forgot to tell you, Derek was in the army also. Anyways, neither here nor there. World War One. I don't know how they got their soldiers back then. I think it was a volunteer type thing, right? Did some recruiting, whatever. But it was the World War One. It was like all hands on deck, and you know their things. World War Two, same thing, but even kind of like bigger. So I assume World War Three will happen. You know, we don't want it to happen, but I'm assuming it will. But like, what I think about is like, who's gonna sign up?
Well, technically, global war on terror is fucking worldwide. If you think about it.
Yeah, that is probably like just a big ass World War Three, long drawn out World War Three or something like that. But this next move though, like this big one that could possibly happen because everybody's all fucked up. I don't know politics. I'm not. Again, I don't get into it. But these motherfuckers are going buck ass wild everywhere right now, getting down. Got motherfucking the Houthi motherfucking pirates, motherfucking bombing them motherfuckers in Yemen. And then all the shit in the Middle East and all these other motherfuckers. You got Israel and Palestine. You got Ukraine and Russia. United States and Texas. Oh, man, them motherfuckers are going crazy, dude. The United States and Texas, man, are fucking going at it right now. The United States of Texas, the United State of Texas versus the United States of America. The Texas, dude, I love Texas. I love Texas. I've been to Texas a bunch, and I'm gonna go a bunch more. I love that place. It is a country, man. You can drive 1,000 miles across that motherfucker. Do you know that?
I've only been to one part of Texas, barely entered it. Holland buildings.
What part of Texas did you go to?
Man, it starts with a fucking L. I don't even remember.
An L, Laredo,
Nah, man.
Longview.
Right on the fucking side of the state.
I don't know. Oh shit, there ain't no telling. Texas is so big, bro. Like
So really, I don't even tell people I've been to Texas.
Texas is big. We already went over what I had wrote down because I was like, what? Because I'm a very like off the cuff type of motherfucker, and I was like, oh, we're gonna talk about these few things, but I skimmed over them because I always think when I leave here, like, man, you know, I wonder who listens to the podcast because only like 10, 20, 30 people will watch that shit. You know, it's not really popular. And that's cool though, because I'm like, I wonder who's listening. And then people will comment, and I'm like, who is this? You know, because if you look on their profile, it doesn't say who it is. Some of them do, but some of them don't. And then, or I'm looking at it wrong, but I'm like, wonder if they really enjoyed it because I'm not talking about shit. I'm just fucking off. You know what I mean? Say, this is what I'm doing on this fucking day today. Just fucking off. And I enjoy that very much so because sometimes I get talking about some serious shit. And then, like, I think one thing that I want to talk about on the next podcast when I was on the last podcast that I didn't talk about, is what I thought about when I was going home is like, because I was talking about like getting by and doing this other shit and whatever else, you know. But I was like, and we were just talking about the narcissism shit a little bit, right? But like, there's always somebody in your life, whether it be, I don't know who, worst case scenario, it's a family member, like an immediate family member or something like that. Um, a significant other or like a coworker or a friend even or whatever the fuck, but they're just like fucked up. They fuck up your whole vibe every time you're around them. They're always trying to fuck your shit up. You know what I mean? But like you can't let them go, because of whatever circumstance or whatever may have you. Keeping it vague because it's a vague thing I'm talking about, but like you gotta like really cut motherfuckers out, dude. That and because I don't mind being cut out myself. You know what I mean? If I know that I'm fucking bad for you, dude, like if I can recognize whatever we disagree on and or our vibe is just naturally off, whatever, like you can't hang out with me because I put you in a certain mood. Well, number one, I don't want that fucking reward. I don't want that medal for that. I don't want that tag. So for me to be in that situation is creating that in which that person or whatever will be to describe how you react to it and give that tag, right? I just think that you should just like cut people out. So I don't mind being the person that gets cut. You can never talk to me again, and you don't even have to tell me why. You know what I mean? And then when somebody does it to me, I'm always, it hurts your feelings a little bit. You be like, damn, I wonder what it was. Oftentimes you'll know what it was, but it's like you got to make that move at some point in your life to get to the next point in your life. You can't just like be held back by something or like that person. Like you got to cut that shit out. I know that's very philosophical, but yeah. What'd you say? Owning your day? Owning your day. Where'd you hear that at? Just what came to mind. When I get up, what do you do when you wake up every day? What kind of medicine you take? Hold up before you say anything. Number one, let me get a drink. And number two, I'm gonna post the whole thing. I don't edit out shit really. I always say I'm gonna edit it out, but I really don't. I thought that motherfucker was gonna tell me he takes some damn like psycho shit. I didn't want him to be like, hey, I gotta get up and take my damn. I'm not, whatever he was about to say something about thyroid medicine. I know, fuck. I'm a fucking idiot. I know. Anyways, so when you get up, you do what?
Take medicine, and make my fucking bed, turn on some music, get myself and.
What, you turn on music every day when you wake up?
Yeah.
How long you been doing that?
Man, probably for the last 2 years. Pretty solid.
And it gets you in the
Yeah, it helps me. Yeah.
So is the music predetermined? Like it's a surprise? Do you just be like press this playlist, or do you like seek something? Because I feel like if you seek the music you're going to listen to, you're already anticipating it with your mood that you're in, and you're just going to feed that.
Oh man, like I like listening to like Struggle Jennings.
Oh, you like old country shit. You talk like you like country. You like rap?
Yeah.
You talk country, but you like rap. And you bend your hat. I get it. I wear a flat hat and I got a long hair. But I also listen to gangster rap sometimes, depending on what mood I'm in. But I don't listen to music when I get up in the morning. I should. Maybe I should try that, dude, because when I get up in the morning, typically, when I wake up, I'm like, not to get raw and real, because like I do know that like at least 10 people will watch this, but fuck it, I don't care. When everything's all good, I get up with this mindset where I'm like, I got to maintain some shit. All right, let's get up. Let's maintain some shit. But you're positive. You got money in the bank. You got things. You got momentum going. Shit like that. But whenever shit ain't going your way and you're down on some shit, and you're overextended and you overpromised and underdelivered, and you're getting the kickback on everything. Like when everything's cards are stacked against you, boy, you be waking up like. And I know you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not talking about just me. There's plenty of people that wake up like this. But I'm just describing a thing that this specific category of people that are living like this at the time feel. They wake up, they go, fuck. Like, this shit didn't happen for me yesterday. And then they'll go, like, say somebody didn't text them back. they'll go straight to the phone while they're in their just wake up mood. Because you know, like when you wake up, shit's not. You're a fucked up motherfucker. And you'll go straight to the text or whatever and be like, send them a fuck you and like a departure text message, basically telling them to fuck off, whatever. You're burning bridges because you're in that mood. And then like you'll wake up and you might fuck up your whole day, or you might, that's just one situation, but maybe that don't happen, but you'll wake up and be like, fuck, I got to do it again. I don't have no bread. Where's it going to come from? Or, if you got a job, motherfucker that got job, like, which is a lot of people, but motherfuckers, there's a lot of people that don't got jobs, bro. A lot of them on purpose, a lot of them because they can't get one because whatever area they live in, whoever's hiring, or they don't got a car to get there. They got, whatever. There's always something you can do, but like they just whatever, But like, I don't even know what point I was trying to make, dude. But I just feel like, where were we at? You tell me where we're at, because I started thinking about 100 motherfuckers I know just then. You gotta. We're talking about listening to the music in the morning, but I need to start listening to the music in the morning so I don't fucking feel like a dumb fuck. Because sometimes when I'm down and out, that's what we were talking about. I will get to where I'm like, right now, I'll go, look how where I just went with that car. I was like, but I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not sitting there saying I'm all fucked up. I got a lot of good shit going on for me, but, motherfucker that, I'm spread thin, you know what I mean? So trying to win, baby. You know what I'm talking about? And that shit's pressure. And you'll be like, my mood's fucked up in the morning. Sometimes I got to get up. Just what I've done here lately is to overcome that, because I won't accept it. You know what I mean? I'll just get up, get coffee rolling. So I guess no music, but I'll be like, coffee, got to get it rolling. Boom, 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 boom. Go make shit happen. Like get the fuck out of there. Like go do something. What kind of music you listen to? You said Struggle Jennings, gangster rap.
Shit, I probably listen to rap more than anything.
What'd you listen to on the way here?
Man, I listen to some new country shit. I don't know.
New country shit?
Yeah, like on YouTube Red,
Yeah, I got YouTube.
Like,
No, I got YouTube Music.
Listen to a bunch of people I ain't even heard of before.
Dude, the edible's kicking in. I went way ADD right there. I was like, boy. Can you see that the edible's kicking in? Like when I took it, my eyes were kind of like, I don't know if they look the same now, but buddy boy, we in there like swimwear. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, dude, so what I was thinking is, we can end the podcast because it's 23 minutes, right? We can end it talking about, because they can hear you, but they can't really hear you, and it's kind of like one of them things where I wish you had the microphone, like I said. But you said, what did you say? Did we already talk about it? I can't remember. You're lost at the moment. See, that's what happened. Do you have ADHD? Your brain go. You've never been diagnosed? That's like, I never got the COVID shot. You know what I mean? Or I never had COVID. I don't know why I said the shot, but it's like, that's like saying like, well, I never got the COVID. Well, did you ever get tested? And it's like, no. Never got tested, you never got it. I mean, good thing it ain't like herpes where you just like get a sore from it and people are like, fuck, he's got it or he's had it, or whatever. Anyways, that's fucked up. But I was thinking about the COVID thing, the whole shot thing. Remember how people, it's all psychological warfare, right? Like they were like, take this shit, and then everybody's like, fuck no. And then it was like a whole movement, like where people were putting their Facebook profile things as like, I got the shot, and then other people were like, fuck the shot. You remember? I mean, people are still like that, but it's a little bit less talked about. Now it's kind of old news at this point. But I was thinking when I was pooping the other day, I was like, would it have been crazy if they just like put it in like buffets or shit that we just fuck off with anyways and just gamble on it anyways? Like we're just like, specifically like a buffet at a wedding. You ever been to a buffet at a wedding where they got all these weird foods and you're just like, you try a little of everything, and then later on you're shitting and you're like, I don't know what it was. You know what I mean? Like, they could have snuck a little fucking little shot-a-roo in there, a little COVID shot-a-roo in there. We'd have never known. Because we were gambling on the pigs in the blanket, the vegan pigs in the blanket. Because we were hungry as fuck and we were at the wedding, you know what I mean? And that's what they had. They could have snuck it in there on us if they were smarter than they are. Instead, they tried to do the frontal assault like George Washington and be like, come from the front and be like, you will take this. And then like more than half the people in the world were like, no, we will not. They're like, no, we will. I talked to somebody the other day. I was like, they said that they had all of them or whatever. And they you haven't had it? And I was like, no. Oh, they were like, oh, you're one of them. And I said, what is it? What is one of them? They were like, you just like a Trump guy. And I said, whoa. Hold on. I was like, I didn't take this shot because I'm not taking the fucking shot. I was like, that shit is like, no.
I took it just because I wanted to go abroad.
Right. So you took it. So you're making my point real easy to prove. You're an army dude, like a fucking cool dude. You're not like a so-called like a liberal or like a none of that shit, right?
I'm pretty independent.
Pretty independent dude. And then your reason for taking it was because it was a purposeful thing, right? And then like the reason I didn't take it myself and have turned down multiple shows where they're like, you got to have it to get into the place or whatever, you know, a couple years back. I said multiple like I'm some kind of fucking sought out. Yeah, whatever. But they would be like, you got to have it. And I'm like, I don't got it. So they're like, oh, we can't do a show. I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck it. It wasn't never because somebody was telling me that I had to take it. It was because I was like, fuck that. Like, I ain't no, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, if it's not, yeah, to call other people that kind of is like offensive or whatever, but fucking, I don't care. It was like, it is what it is for sure. And on top of that is like, you know, no offense to the people that took it for any reason or anything like that, but it was new. It was new is why I didn't. It was new. Like, I take Tylenol because Tylenol, like, my grandma took Tylenol. No, like, do you get what I'm saying to you? She took Tylenol. It's been taking, and her grandma took aspirin or whatever. Like, that's why I'm taking the shit. You know what I'm saying, though? And then, so it's like kind of proven. We'd have been fucked if they hid that shit in the goodie powders. Motherfucker drunk bastard getting up the next day having a goodie powder. Boy, I fuck that COVID. I take a goodie powder. Damn. They could have got us in different ways. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, neither here nor there. 27 minutes. That wasn't nothing great. But the point that we were trying to make, we never make on this podcast because it's never really a we. I'm glad it's a we tonight because I'm always like, we. And then, you know, I look around the room often, Derek, and then nobody's there.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, it's just me and myself and I. Yeah. Yep, it's we. It's we. And we get to tweaking on this damn monster shit. And I know I shouldn't do it. That's why I take the 200 milligram edible to kind of even it out. But all it does is like make me lose my train of thought. I'll start thinking about other shit and like forget that I'm talking. That's what the edibles do to me. The edibles with the coffee. I'll stare at the fucking wall. I'll be like, and then I'll be like, did I say anything? And then the motherfucker would be like, no, you didn't say a fuck. I'll be like, damn, I just had a whole conversation. That's why I was wondering why you weren't talking. You know what I mean? Then the shits will fuck me up. I have done it. Dude, I've been on stage, like, in a very important moment of my life, you know, doing the stand-up comedy, and the motherfuckers just be in the middle of it, just fucking look at these motherfuckers, just... Where was I at? I've had...
Whenever you're doing comedy, what do you do backstage to, like...
Backstage, I don't do shit.
Prepare for yourself?
I fuck off and relax. I send it. Yeah, I fuck off and relax. Because I feel like I'm preparing myself all the time because I'm constantly thinking about shit. Like, oh, I can't wait till the next time I go up there. And yeah, I mean, you'll write stuff down so you don't forget it or whatever. But like once you like ingrain it, you go over it sometimes in your head and out loud or whatever, you know, maybe tell some people your idea. Because oftentimes I'll hit somebody and I won't hit them up. But like if I'm around somebody and I come up with something, I'll be like, oh, dude, I'm going to do that in a skit, or I'm gonna do that, whatever. Like, wouldn't that be funny if I did da 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 da? And like, they won't even know that I'm like writing it down in my head. I'm jotting it down in my head, literally. I'll remember it later. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, oh, what was that? Just like a filing cabinet, I'll fucking pull that shit out of there, dude. So like before a show, I'll be like, I know I got probably an hour and a half of material, 2 hours worth of material. You know, I'm not like seasoned. I've only been doing it for like 4 years, but I got something I can pull out of there. So if it's a longer set, I'll kind of like take out all the newer shit. And which seems odd because I'll take out the newer shit and only do like that good hour so I can really hit. Because somebody's there to see you for an hour, you want to deliver. You don't want to be doing some new shit. You know what I mean? If it's a shorter set where I'm like in and out and I don't really have a chance to get them into that whole thing, I'll fucking do some new shit. You know what I mean? And try some new shit or whatever. But I have different 5-minute set, 10-minute set, 15-minute set, hour set, whatever it is. But I'll fucking try to mix it up. I don't know what were we talking about? No, I'll get up there in the middle of it though, and I will literally like look at the fucking wall and be like, what were we talking about? And the motherfuckers will be like, oh, we were talking about this. And I'm like, thank you, God damn it. Because the edibles be hitting sometimes, you know? And right now, they hitting. We done been talking for 31 minutes up in this bitch about nothing. About nothing. We try to come over, we're like, hey, you just cut them out. Cut the people out. Cut them out. It's like one of the 10 people that listen to the podcast, like they literally wake up in the morning and they're like, you know what? I want a fucking divorce. And you see it on Facebook, you're like, shit, dude, I did not mean that. I was on them edibles. I was just trying to be spiritual. Like one of them hippie chicks that burn incense or the sage that's swinging around the room. They'll be like, I just had to cut out some bitches and be peaceful. That's what I'm saying. You got to cut them out. Say, anyways, neither here nor there. You ever cut anybody out? Wrong time to ask you, actually. Wrong time to ask you. We'll skip right on over to the next commercial. Whoa, you want to talk about it?
Nah, not that. But me, you, and another associate.
Yeah.
Whenever, like, I had one of them fuck you days.
Yeah.
And I sent y'all that message. I was like, fuck it, I'm out. I'm done.
I was wondering about that. This is where I'm going to be like, let's not talk about too much of that on there because I actually have questions about that. That's brand new. Yeah. I got questions about that.
I had to go back in the fucking messages.
But I was like, that's weird to me. But at the same time, I was like, I get it. We talked about it earlier. If you got to cut me out, man. But here you are sitting here again. Thank goodness. Hey, ain't God good? Hey, no, but while we're bullshit, do you remember not a deflect, hardcore deflect? But I've been staring at this bottle for like 30 minutes, easy. Every time I look over here, it says "Use me." It's a sanitizer, hand sanitizer, and it says "Use me." Remember we were talking about like COVID and stuff like that? I used hand sanitizer before that because it would get rid of the weed smell on your fingers. So the joke's on them, dude. Yeah, I've been doing that fucking since I was smoking, dude. When they put that shit on keychains with little bubbles and shit in it, I've been using it since then, dude. Bath Body Works. I would put that shit on like cologne, vanilla bean. That shit stink, but you can't smell the weed when you throw that shit on you. Anyways, since you took the COVID shot, were you a dude that wore a mask and did all like did you change your profile picture that said I did the COVID-19 shot or whatever? You didn't do that? How you simply did it because you had to leave and go overseas. You wanted to go overseas. And then that was the way to do it. You didn't have a friend that would give you like a fake card or something like with a
I mean, sure, but I try to stay away from fraud.
Oh, so damn, I ain't the FBI, motherfucker. He said, sure, but I'm not wearing a wire, dude. I'm wired up, but I'm not like. I mean, yeah, I'm wired up. Fuck, I am wired up, ain't I? Neither here nor there. You don't like fraud. That's clear and apparent. That's good. Yeah, that's a good thing to not do fraud. There's a lot of people sitting in jail for fraud. I just like how you said that. I was like, I mean, that's a pretty strong stance as to why you didn't. That's why you did get the shot. You were like weighed out your options. You looked up in the air and you were like, well, there's fraud, or I can just take the shot. And then you were like, fraud or the shot. And then you like, I don't know how many times you did that. I'd have probably did it 19. And then when I would have just been like stuck on fraud, and then something would have ran by the window, and I'd have been like, boom, on to whatever else, and then my mind was just stuck on the fraud. I would have never have taken the shot. I'd have called a buddy. And I'm not saying that I know buddies that. I just know buddies that have printers. Hell, I got a printer. I just feel like, is there like that? There's obviously a database where they have to check and see, like who's really checking. Are they checking? Because I mean, how long does it take? Do they don't, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, are they checking? Because they might check, or do they just look at it like an ID, like hold it up like with the hologram, and they'll be like, all right, I guess you good. Because there's got to be somebody out there that's like, I ain't taking this shit. I'm getting my buddy fucking Javier. Dude, they used to fucking print like legit driver's license at the damn flea market. Dude, you could get. I mean, I didn't get one. I'm just saying, like, I know that they did. They don't do it anymore because that flea market ain't even there. They got the fucking shopping centers over there now. The whole shit's where it used to be. It's like Indian Reservation. I don't know what the fuck it used to be under that motherfucker. Anyways, they did a flea market there back when I was a kid and in high school, and you can get a fake ID there. And then the fake ID was actually legit. Like, they could make you any license you wanted, and they would do it. And that technology has to still be around, so there's got to be somebody that's like, I'm just gonna get the fake card. And then you got my people like you that they weigh it out there on that. That's fraud. Nope. Count me out. Is there a reason? Because tell me, please, because it's illegal. What are you okay with that's illegal? No, I'm just kidding. No. You actually have a. You actually have a fucking list, motherfucker. You're old school as shit. He's like, well, if it ain't on the list, he'll do it if it ain't on the list. He's like, what's on the list? And then when they take something off the list, you're like, hey, you tell all your friends, like, hey, did you hear? It's not on the list no more. And all your friends are like, yeah. You're like, hell yeah. And then you're all hipped up on it. Like, what would you like to see not on the list anymore?
Definitely like some psychedelics, like mushrooms and shit like that.
Mushrooms, dude. I didn't expect you to say that. I immediately thought you were gonna say weed, and I was like, damn, he must be high because he's taking forever to say weed. But you said psychedelics. I've had my fair share, and I'm gonna tell you something.
I mean, I ain't telling somebody to go out there and like, macro dose or nothing.
No, I mean, I would never tell anybody to do any of it. I'm just saying if you're inclined and the opportunity arises, we're not going to take that COVID shot, but we're going to take that edible, the chocolate.
They've been, doing research on it.
Yeah.
They said it's statistically harder for somebody that suffers from depression.
Yeah.
From the day that they take shrooms for 2 weeks, like it helps to release like the happy shit.
Yeah, the serotonin and all that shit. Yeah, man. They like lion's mane or some shit. I don't know all the other things or whatever else, but they got the shit that you can buy at the gas station that's like supposedly similar or whatever. I've had those, and I've had the real thing a bunch, obviously. Neither here nor there. I think that now you would be like, I don't think everybody should take them, right? I think people that are having a hard time sorting themselves
I mean,
out
definitely. And if you do that, like you
should.
don't want to be around the motherfuckers you know you need to cut out of your life.
Oh, because you'll let them know in the most creative and descriptive way. And then they'll be like, "What the fuck? You're a monster." And you're like, it's the shrooms talking." But in neither here nor there. I've I think that the amount of them that I've done is like from teenager to now is, I don't do them like I did when I was a teenager. When we were teenagers, we would just do them all the time, different forms and fashions. But now it's just kind of shroom edibles, little chocolates, kind of the professional, more mainstream. What do you call that? Like boutique-ish kind of shit or whatever. Gourmet, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Those are cool. On the back of the pack, it'll be like 1 piece is a good time, and like 10 is like Stargazer or some shit. They'll give it a name. Stargazer, motherfucker. That's what I'm gonna be if I eat the whole fucking pack. Fucker, I eat the whole pack because they taste good. And then next thing you know, you're literally like, you can't make sense of shit. And then like, hopefully, for me, hopefully nobody's around and I can sort all this shit myself. Because if I talk to anybody, I'm not the guy on mushrooms that you want to hang out with. Because I'm gonna fucking talk your ear off and nothing's gonna make sense. Kind of like this, except for I'm not on. Imagine this times fucking 100, dude. You'd be like doing that shit you just did. You'd be bending the bill of your hat, wiping your head. The fuck?
Marijuana should definitely be illegal.
Marijuana's about to be fully legal, I think. I think it will be. I think it will be. Soon. Sooner than later. Because, like, they're, you know what I mean? They make fucking shitloads of money on it. They're like, of course they're going to be like, yeah, let's run that. Mm-hmm. For sure they will. Well, give us one positive message. They can't hear you, but they can hear you, but I'll tell them. But give us something real quick to end this right here. We'll do a little 45-minute or I guess a couple minutes. Take a look. Give me a positive message.
Take the fucking hill.
Take the hill. You want me to tell you what I took from that right now, or you want to elaborate?
No, what did you take from it?
So you're on your self-righteous path. You're on your own mission. You think things are gonna happen for you, or you think you're gonna make them happen for yourself, and you're on that easy road. But then there's a detour, traffic on the interstate that day. You gotta take a right and go around this shit. You know what I mean? Then you get to we're not gonna get too deep, whatever. But obviously, if you were in a car, that was a bad analogy, the car thing. Because if you're in a car, you just drive up the hill, but you're walking an easy path, and then the tree falls. You got to go around. You got to go up. You got to go up the hill. You now have a problem. Right? That you have to take care of, and to overcome. And you can either sit at the fucking bottom of the fucking hill and wait for somebody to clear the path for you over there, because you don't have your chainsaw on you. All you got your feet. Bare minimals. You don't have any tools right now, right? At the bottom of the hill with no tools. And then your option is to wait for these motherfuckers with the tools to show up to cut this tree down for you, or you can just, I'm sure you said it in a war sense, like take the fucking hill, But I'm like, same kind of thing is like, gotta go up the hill.
Most people's obstacles, seem like a big thing to them, so they got to get on top and pin them down.
Yeah, I do. Gotta take the hill. I like that. I can dig that. Not to take up the time. You said it, but I get it. I dig it. That's the Burn Barrel, episode 4, season 3. Yeah, second time I got it right. Didn't even write it down nowhere. And We're the fuck out of here. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. That was fucked up. I do hope y'all have a good. I don't ever know what to say at the end of these things other than just, all right, man, we'll see y'all. I remember when I used to play music, but they wouldn't let me put it on YouTube with the music. They'd be like, no, people can't watch this, copyright, blah 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 blah. So there's no music, so it's always just like, let's press play, and then I just start clapping my hands to get the shit lined up, and then at the end I was like, well, I'll never know what to say.
Check on your friends,
Check on your fucking friends, man, because people commit suicide.
especially the ones that act like everything's all good.
That's a pretty cliche thing. I feel like people discount. They'll be like, because
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. There's a lot of those that I'm always wondering: did they get murdered or did they really kill themselves? But at the same time, it's like you gotta go with what the investigation says. Neither here nor there, because people do kill themselves. People do. Kind of going back on that word thing earlier. You can say shit to people that will really make them, and you can say it in a repetitive fashion. It may not be this huge one statement that pushes them there. It can be small things over and over, words. Man, telling people you're proud of them when you're genuinely happy that they made a move, instead of just keeping it to yourself. Like, fuck them, you don't want to give them a compliment or something. I don't know. That may not be the case, but hell, go out of your way to tell somebody you're proud of them. For getting up in the morning, for waking up. I did that one time. I told somebody, I was like, and then I did it a couple of times in the same day. I just did it a couple of times and I didn't do it anymore. But I remember the lady was at the gas station. I said, man, I'm proud of you for waking up today. She said, what do you mean? I said, I'm talking about getting up and putting your clothes on, going to work. She's like, well, I couldn't come naked. And she kind of missed my point, Made a joke and I laughed, and I got to the Hardee's down the street. And the dude that was working inside was like this. To describe him, he was like red hair, missing, the front part of it. Had this little mustache right here. He was kind of like, bald, obviously in the front, but he was like short, kind of pudgy dude, and he was gay as gay gets. Flamboyant gay. Yeah, bouncing around up in there. Floating around. Yeah, but the nicest person ever. And I could tell that he was having one of them days. And I'm telling you, I could just tell because he would like walking around stressed. And when he'd get to me, he'd like start smiling, like, hey, and I was like, hey, man. I was like, I'm proud of you for getting up this morning, for coming out and doing this, for being here. And he's like, what? And I was like, no, I'm serious. I know that's crazy. But like I'm proud of you, buddy. I was like, I don't know if you believe in like, the power of the universe or whatever, but something told me to tell you that. I'm not, there's no audience. I'm just telling you that I'm proud of you. And that motherfucker, like legit, like, I don't know where he's at to this day. I mean, motherfucker, who knows? But like, he like cried and shit, dude. He was like crying. He was like, thank you, man, and all this other. I was like, oh, damn, buddy, all right. Thanks for the fucking sandwich. I got the omelet biscuit, the loaded omelet biscuit. 2 of them joints. Yeah. Anyways, it's one instance. There's been millions of instances where, words have been positive or negative. But yeah, definitely check on your friends and give them words of encouragement. Tell them you're proud of them. Call them, ask them what they're doing. Let them talk to you. Let them vent and get it out. Don't give them advice. Just listen. If they ask you for advice, maybe give it to them. And because being, listening to people too is a big deal. Not saying things, letting people talk and get it out. That's a big deal to do for somebody that needs to do that. But be cool, man. We're the fuck out of here, dude. The Burn Barrel, season 4. Fuck.
Season 3, episode 4.
God. Fuck. I fucked it up. We're getting out of here, dude. Fuck this shit, man. Hold on, let me get it up here and press this button right here, man. Yo, get the fuck out of here.